Hey guys, this is Foolish Mortal 42 back with some more World of Warcraft Classic with Flagell, our Shadow Priest, even though we just finished healing a Zul'Farrak run, which surprisingly went much better than I anticipated. But now that we've got all of these quests finished, let's get started turning them in. And I'm really hoping that we don't accidentally over level and start losing some experience, but you know, it is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really had a good time with that pickup group, even though it kind of ended poorly.
What you want?
The Spider God. Elortha no Shadra, speak this name only in whispers, for its utterance carries much weight in the realms of the spirit. I'll put it to parchment and create for you a spell of summoning. Take his parchment and read it at the altar of Shadra Allure, deep within the Witherbark realm in the hinterlands. This will summon Shadra, the Spider God. Defeat Shadra at the altar of Shadra Allure, and then bring her venom to Apothecary Laden in Terran Mill. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's a pretty high level elite. All right, so now, yeah, I only got 2,900 experience, so I'm thinking that we're already at a decrease of experience. We might not even get a level out of all of this now that oh well, it is what it is, like I said. Ironically, I had just had about a 5-minute episode where I talked about raiding and it's my cat, and the economics of this server and all of that, but I forgot to turn my mic on, so that was not good. But anyway, so we're gonna wait. I am going the wrong way. So Scarab Shells, that's Gadget Zan. That's Gadget Zan. Gadget Zan. Technically close to Gadget Zan, and then Shimmering Flats in Thousand Needles. But we're gonna go to the Tiara of the Deep first. That's not a bad staff. I wish I had a better one-hander, because it's not worth losing that. I need to find a spell power dagger. There is one that drops out of some low-level dungeons that I could conceivably solo. I don't know if I want to do that or not, because it's for a Shadow Priest, it's really slow. If I were playing like a paladin or something like that, I could just go in and, you know, just basically tank it and do it. Or if I were a pet class. We're gonna hop down here to Ratchet. Yeah, if I'd kind of prepared myself, I would have picked up a couple of light feathers, and I could have just rode my, or at least ran across. It doesn't work on mounts. It dispels it automatically. Let me see if I can think about what I was talking about earlier, about the way that my guild is really kind of starting to push into Upper Blackrock Spire, which is probably for high level, it's one of my favorite. It's a 10-man dungeon. When when WoW very first started, Uber's was a 15-man dungeon, so it was kind of almost a raid, but not quite. But I think they adjusted it. See, now I said that, now I'm second guessing myself. But anyway, so we're really kind of increasing our, like, what we can do. I'm just gonna swim across through here. So the guild leaders are starting to get with bigger guilds that are into raiding, and we might be doing some molten core stuff eventually. So that, of course, means that I need to get down to Burning Steps and Searing Gorge, and get my ready for Blackrock Depths. Get all of those quests ready and do those runs and get the attunement to Molten Core and all of that good stuff. But that could be a while. I would really like to work more on Plaguelands and get the Argent Dawn rep stuff, because we are getting really close to, that's what I was talking about, Phase 3. Phase 3 is actually coming up soon, and that's going to open Brackenwall. So Phase 3 opens up some PvP stuff, and which doesn't really affect us that much, but it also opens up Darkmoon Faire. And with Darkmoon Faire, there's a lot of like the card stuff. Like you can get like a deck that goes into your trinket slot that can really help out. And there's also a neck item that's probably best in slot for a caster, but it takes a lot of work to get that. And it's just hard for me right now to put in the grinding time to do that. So I'm gonna pause the video, and I'll meet you guys down here at Tabithas Hunt, and we'll do that turn in. And so just hold on for just a second. Alrighty, so we're out here at Tabithas Hunt. As you can see, you just come past this watchtower and then basically just turn east, and you're right there.
King's honor, friend.
You have the tiara, Flagel. Has Valratha learned the price of crossing me? Wonderful, you found it, and what's just as important, Valratha no longer has it. Thank you, Flagel. I'm forever in your debt. And if I sounded a little mean before, pay it no mind. You'll find me a much nicer person to those who haven't stolen from me. Oh, you get both. Excellent.
Light bless you.
Alright. Ooh. A good chunk of experience. So maybe that other one was just a, you just didn't get as much experience with it. Alright. We're cleaning out our quest log. So now we're off to Gadget's End, where everything pretty much is. Alright. Yeah, back to Brackenwall, and then I'll fly down to Tanaris. Alright, so I'll see you guys there in just a split second. Hold on. Alright. We're back down here in Tanaris. We're going to do some turn-ins. I'm kind of hoping that we do level up, because I brought along my Devout Belt that I bought in the auction house, and we will see if... Alright, got the shells. Excellent. Oh, great. You got them. Thanks, Fledger. You're a real lifesaver.
Keep it real.
Oh. I have my suspicion. I don't know. We might. We might.
Hey, how you doing?
Alright, the Divine-O-Matic Rod. I guess I could take that for the stamina. Well, I'm just gonna take that and disenchant it.
Keep it real.
Alright. Ooh, 6,300. Yeah, well, we might level up.
Hello.
Alright, Troll Temper. This is very nice temper indeed, and so much of it. I'll be at work for days before I use it all.
Farewell.
Alright, well, not very much there. And now, wow, got all that extra quest log finally. Let's go to Prophecy of Masharu. And this is out here in Steamweedle Port, so hang on just a second while I run over there. Alrighty, we're over here in Steamweedle Port.
Hey there.
The Prophecy of Masharu. Do you have the tablets? When I gain the tablets, I will study them and learn how to contain the essence of Hakar. This is good. I can fuse these ancient tablets together and then study their hidden secrets. My debt to you grows, Flagell, and it will grow further still. Prophecy of Masharu speaks of an ancient egg. It is a relic of a time when trolls ruled vast empires, and it has the power to hold the essence of Hakar. It may be the only way to keep our world safe from his evil. Bring me the ancient egg, Flagell. It is said to lay hidden deep within Gentha Allure in the hinterlands, in a cave behind the amphitheater at the top of the city. Alright. So now we've got a... the ancient egg. Well, we've got to go all the way up to the top of that temple into that cave. Once again. And while we're there, I may try and do the... the guard, that other elite quest to kill all of those extra trolls, because I think it's like 2 gold and then an item that I can disenchant, so yeah, because we'll definitely need a group to go up and do that, and this actually will lead us into Sunken Temple. So we need to do this before we do Sunken Temple, and we'll have another Sunken Temple quest. And there's a couple of more to pick up throughout the world, so I might do that as well. Those quests are... the quest rewards are really starting to be very important now for these dungeons. Which, I mean, you know, as you're leveling up, they're also important, but to make sure that you kind of maximize your potential. Alright, so our last turn in is in Shimmering Flats, and I will see you guys over there, and yeah, we're definitely going to level up. Alright, so hold up. Alrighty, so we're out here in Shimmering Flats. We're going to turn in Godzilla. Wow, you got the scale. Thanks, Flagell. I can't wait to get to work on this thing. So you saw Godzilla. Was he as big as they say? He was, it's pretty big. Pretty big. Alright. And we got our carrot on a stick, which increases our mount speed by 3%. And then I'll eventually get a glove enchant that will also increase our run speed by a little bit. Alright, so that's going to give us a little bit more mana as we cast. And yeah, I'm really excited, because we have 9 quest logs? Oh, the Temple of Hathor. Yeah, that's not going to help us much. Those pants will definitely come in handy. Man, that helm is really, really nice. Oh, man. You could use that for, of course, in Classic and Vanilla, hunters actually had mana, so them having extra intellect, like you would want some intellect too. You know, that ancient egg, I'm surprised that that is turning green. Alright, okay. So I'm going to Hearth into Undercity, and let's see, yeah. And then I will meet you guys out here at the Bulwark in just a minute, and we will get started on, well, we'll probably grab some quests, but we probably won't actually get started on anything in this episode. We'll see what all is waiting for us out there. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alrighty, so we're out here at the Plaguelands.
I am
Call to
forsaken.
arms, yeah. Welcome to the Plaguelands, hero. This is one of the most dangerous frontiers in Azeroth, with the looming threat of the Scourge to our east, and then even further still eastward from there. I'm glad to hear that the call of duty and service to the Horde did not fall on deaf ears with you. Get ready to get your hands dirty, then there is plenty for willing and able heroes to do on the edge of the Plaguelands. Alright. Scarlet Diversion. Before Adderhall, we must tackle the advancing Scarlet Crusade menace from Hearthglen. They've made camp between Felstonefield and Dalsentiers, making us risk conflict against both the Scourge and the Crusade at once. My plan is to play them off each other by sending you to destroy the command tent that they've set up. Use some flame in a bottle from this box of incendiaries. Once raised, plant the Scourge banner by the tent. Some luck they'll ignore us, then focus on the Scourge for vengeance. Well,
Remember,
I mean, they don't really see us as anything different than the Scourge, so. Yeah, I could sell that, so. Yeah. I think my mouse is starting to, I keep getting like double clicks. Yeah, I'm gonna disenchant that. I'm gonna keep that Mojo Mask. Just for a while, just to see if I want it. Of course, I disenchanted it to try and save room, and I ended up making no headway. Hey! Well met, my friend. I'm Officer Garish, and I am a proud member of the worldwide organization known as the Argent Dawn. The cause is to fight swiftly and mercilessly against any element of evil. I don't... You need to be talking to me, then? The services in Azeroth. We are not a political body, nor do we ever wish to become one. Our cause is singular. And to that end, we call both the Horde and Alliances friends. Friends in the cause of stamping out evil. For the Dawn, my brother. Greetings, priest. On behalf of the Argent Dawn, I offer you safety and shelter while you're here at the Bulwark. I might also offer you the chance to fight for a cause that's worth fighting for. Resourceful for a human, Gregory is. He's been dealing with the Steamweedle cartel for some time now, and has become an expert on the arts of goblin negotiations. Though it's true that the goblins' primary loyalties lie with those who have the largest coin purses, they also know and respect the value of diplomacy. If anything, it provides them with repeat customers. At any rate, the Argent Dawn acknowledges you for your effort. Alright, so we got Argent Dawn rep finally. Alright. And this is something we will have. We'll replace Lincoln's boomerang with that, even though I like the boomerang. All who fight evil on behalf of the Argent Dawn must don our commission. Wearing such will earn your right to claim rewards our quartermasters have to offer. While under commission, you'll be able to acquire Scourge Stones from the slain Scourge. These are marks of insignia that they sometimes possess. Procure these insignia and bring them to me. For each set you turn in, you'll receive a marker of heroism, the Argent Dawn Valor Token.
Go forth to victory.
Alright. So we will immediately equip that. And we'll have that.
What do you need?
So you get minion Scourge Stones, and you need 20 of those. But they stack up to 250, so yeah. The invaders, elite. These are elites. I think we can kill these if they're if it's just one at a time.
Strength.
And then the Corruptor Stones are these bigger ones. These only drop out of, I think these drop out of Scholomance and Strathholme. Yeah, I'm almost certain, but you can do one at a time with those. And here is the Quartermaster. Yeah, I can't even look at any of that yet. And there's another quest over here with Alexei Barov. Oh my gosh, is this the quest chain that I'm thinking it is?
Hello.
Yep. Within the Scholomance lies the Barov family fortune. I, Alexei Barov, am one of the last two remaining heirs of the House Barov. My brother Weldon is the other. Weldon, the miserable coward, fled during the war and thus retained his worthless existence as a human. He now searches for the deeds so that he may claim the fortune for his own. Recover the deeds before my brother does, and I shall make you wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. That's not a lot of wealth, but it will come in handy.
Beware.
So that's in Scholomance.
What is it? Remember, patience, discipline.
What is it?
Alright. My family worked the Northridge lumber mill in what's now Western Plaguelands. We're dedicated to the Duma family, and now the Scarlet Crusade have taken it over along with all of Hearthglen. Not rest until those zealots are wiped from Azeroth, the plague upon them. So to bring pain and strife to the Scarlet Crusade, I want to take their precious lumber mill from them. I'm sure the loss of such a resource will cause them a great deal of harm in defending and rebuilding the town for their own reasons. Will you help me? Start by taking this jar to Plaguewood in the eastern Plaguelands. Fill it with termites you find in their mounds throughout the woods. Come back when you have enough. Alright.
Goodbye.
So there's a lot of... Whoops. A lot of quests in both of these zones that kind of go back and forth a lot. So... So we're pretty much like low 50s to mid 50s still. So there's Hearthglen, that's a big Scarlet Crusade area. Anderhall is right here. And there's another Argent Crusade. Actually, let's go on and do that before we do any of these quests. There is a flight point down there that I want to grab. And I think there's a couple of more quests that we can grab while we're down there too. So here is Bellstone Field, which is Yeah, Dowson's tier is just there, I think. Oh, I really should have got a some light feathers. So you don't want to go in there. There's a lot of very high level undead in there. Well, I mean, a couple levels high, you know, they're in their 50s. But there's also some very high level elites in there as well. But we will be getting in there eventually. I know that there's not been, well, yeah, there's not been any fighting at all on in this episode. We got some really good upgrade. No, we didn't get any upgrades. We got a carrot. Yeah. That's important. I think I can go down here and grab this flight point. 30. I know this is mainly for Alliance. Maybe I can't. Oh, no, I can't. This is where the Alliance start theirs. Yeah. So even though you can get rep with them, you can never... Yeah. Wow. Where is the Horde flight point? Honestly, I can't remember where the Horde flight point is. But there's where Scholomance is. I guess we could go on over there. Sorrow Hill. A lot of undead here. But nothing that we can't really handle. Marlene Redpath, we'll be coming back and talking to her.
You're a tall one. You have a great day now.
Uther the Lightbringer's tomb. This is his yeah. Uther the Lightbringer. Pretty important person in the lore of Warcraft. So Scholomance is a high-level dungeon. Let's see. Yeah, Raw Family Fortune. It is red to us. And it's also sealed by a locked door. I'm going to try and get us over there before my time is up. I want to say that there's a lot of undead over here too. Excuse me. if there's too much, then I'm not going to mess with it. But I want to say that the key quest starts out of here. Or perhaps not. Hello, young master. I'm Ava Sarkov. This is my husband, Lucian. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Pleasure's mine, madam. Might I ask what it is that you're doing here? Certainly, sir. We were once service to the House Barav, now known as Scholomance. As the head maid, and Lucian was Master Barav's butler. We had worked for Barav's for decades until... it was just so horrible, sir. The House Barav was once full of life, full of splendor. The manor was the Barav's primary residence amidst their far-reaching empire. Lucian and I noticed that as the days progressed, the Baravs became depressed, despondent. Paranoia and rage often overcame the master and missus. At night, here the Baravs arguing in their chambers. From what we understood, their greed had broken the dam, so to speak. We suspect that in order to preserve their fortune and hold of the land, well past their lifespan, the Baravs made a deal with a powerful human mage named Kel'Thuzad. Even from this deal sprang the school of necromancy, a place which bore the cult of the damned and would become their capital. As each week passed, the House Barav became more and more decrepit. Dark beings began to take residence in the various wings of the house. Upkeep became impossible and disgusting. And go where? It was all that we knew and all that we had known and all that we would ever know. Eventually we lost contact with the Baravs and ultimately were separated from the household. We knew not what happened to the other servants, only that they were screams, tortured screams. Knowing that we had nowhere to go, Lucian and I were forced to hide in our quarters during the day. When the school was relatively quiet, Lucian would sneak out to scrounge up food and drink. We did this for about 6 months and watched as the house went through horrifying changes. Foul monsters roamed through the manor at will. Dark cultists populated every inch, with various paraphernalia related to rituals and sacrifices. We knew that we could not hide much longer. As expected, we were found and captured. They stripped us of all our clothes and laid us out inside a circle of blood. We sat there for days, naked and terrified. Restraints. There were things in this world far more restraining than bars and shackles, young master. The undead surrounded us, constantly tormenting us with horrifying acts of depravity. Finally, he came. He introduced himself as Dr. Thielen Krestanov. We came to know him as the Butcher. Finally understood what the screams were from. The Butcher exposed us to pain that we did not know existed. He used us in countless experiments, attempting to devise a plague. The days turned to weeks. We would have died at the first day had it not been for the cruel bastard keeping us alive through the magical means. The Butcher would speak of the blood of innocents and his dark master Kurtonos, of how he must appease his master. Finally, the beast was done. With his experiments, we had been drained of all life, our spirits shattered. The sweet embrace of death was upon us, and we welcomed it with open arms, but in his infinite cruelty, the Butcher revived us from death's door. We were to be kept alive and thrown to his ravenous schools. He laughed at us as he watched the fiends devour our flesh. We feel nothing. Our souls remain here in limbo. We are unable to leave until our remains are found and spirits laid to rest. Oh, we can't get that quest yet. Oh, poop. Alright.
It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. Yep, nothing here. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and figure out where the skeleton key quest starts, or if I can even get it. I might not even be able to get that quest started yet. Yeah, I don't think I can do that quest yet. Corpses in carts, not good. Alright, so that, oh my goodness, that's 35 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to go and call that a video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm not for sure. I'm going to say the Horde flight point is here-ish. I'm not 100% sure, but I will do a little bit of research, and I'll see you guys either there or just questing, and we'll get started on Plaguelands properly. I'll see you guys in that video. Thanks for watching.